Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook. Well, hello everybody. How we doing tonight?
Good.
We're here live, Four Bros Radio Show, coming to you live from the West Coast. Well, I guess Central too, because one of the guys here is Central, and two of the guys here are Central. What am I saying? What am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. But I am joined tonight by the man, the myth, the legend, the one we call Chris P. Bacon. Brother, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Not too bad.
All right, and we are joined also below him, being the bottom tonight. That's right. We got Sarge. Sarge, what's going on, man?
I'm honored to be below Crispy Bacon tonight. I'm doing great.
Oh, and then of course we got Double Dirty Big B. He could one man, he could be two. That's why he's Big B. But he's also got a big heart, the heart of a lion. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing okay, and after Thanksgiving, I'll be doubled in size, for a couple of days. So, but I'm glad to be here. Talk with my bros.
All right, and we could be joined here in a little bit by Mess Around. We'll see if he can make the show tonight. But guys, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we want to tell you is a scheduling thing we got going on. The bros and I decided before the show tonight that next week we will be here on Monday. Monday we will be here for a live show with you. Next Friday we will take the day off to enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday with our families, and we hope you have a great Thanksgiving there. So Monday we'll do our Thanksgiving show and preview all of the Thanksgiving matchups for football that are going to be there. One quick thing I want to bring up. I want to bring this up on the screen. So we have a gentleman on our network that does a show with Joe, the Bo and Joe show. That's on Wednesdays. I believe it's 7 o'clock Pacific, so it must be 10 o'clock Eastern and 9 o'clock Central. But check out Bo D. Sanders' book. It's available on Amazon. It's called Race Against Race. And it's his personal story of his journey through diversity and inclusion through sports. He's part of our network, and this has been endorsed by the Big East Conference as a must read. So please, if you have an opportunity, please check that out. He did a great job writing that book, and so we appreciate him very much for that. So let's give him some love on that. Without further ado, let's get started, guys. First thing I want to bring up is we were talking before the show how the Atlanta Falcons set a dubious record last night. They are the second team. Well, the second time, let's say that, the second time in NFL history that not one, not two, but three quarterbacks for the same team have thrown an interception in a game. Now,
So wait, they did it.
does anyone know the first? Very good drop in there, Crispy Bacon. They did it one other time. And they were the first team to do it back in 1991 when they had Jeff George, Chris Chandler, and Brett Favre on the roster.
And who did they do it? Do we know who they did it against?
I'd have to look it up. I don't have that handy with me. I wish I did.
Wouldn't that be ironic if it was the same team?
It would be ironic. But give you the narrative. Jeff George had played the first half, got hurt, threw a pick. Chandler come out in the third quarter, played horrible, threw a pick. Then they put Brett Favre in, his first pass of his career, tipped by a wide receiver and intercepted and ran back for a touchdown. So they did it the first time. And then last night, once again in 2021. So exactly 30 years later, probably not to the day, but 30 years later, Matt Ryan running for his life because their offensive line is horrible.
He wasn't running.
So Well, he
was on his back.
Okay. He was
was a turtle.
jogging. I mean, he was jogging like
Yeah,
Matt Ryan
he
does because,
You know what Matt Ryan needs? He needs Life Alert. That's what he needs. Just saying.
You're not that old.
As a protection, it sounds like.
Matt Ryan leads Life Alert. That's a good one. But Matt Ryan threw 2 picks in the first 3 quarters of the game. They bring in Josh Rosen, if anyone remembers that name. He was the quarterback that got drafted 10th overall by the Arizona Cardinals, and he said, if Tom Brady has 7 rings, I want to win 8. And
he's close, right?
Oh yeah, he's now 3-13 in his career as a starting quarterback. And last night he threw 3 passes, completed one of them for 4 yards, and threw a pick 6. Then he got benched and taken out of the game. And then they brought in I don't even know the guy's name. I think his last name is Franks.
I believe it was. Yeah.
Felipe Franks, thanks for that drop in. And then his first pass of his career was picked off. So
Christy Wilson says he needs AARP.
Yeah.
That would work too.
So
right.
J-Mac.
So now that we're past. Yeah.
So Felipe Frank has the same starting to his career as one Hall of Fame Brett Favre. 1 pass, 1 interception for the Atlanta Falcons.
Future Hall of Famer right there.
Yep.
There you go.
But I love the
You
name.
heard it here first, folks.
Felipe.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you think they call him Fifi, like inside the huddle?
Fifi.
I don't know.
Well, I think I don't know. That'd be interesting. Let's switch gears. What you guys think, the Patriots are that good, or the Falcons are just that bad?
That bad.
Right now, I gotta think the Patriots are good. I would say they're that good, but they're winning. That's what, 5 in a row for them, and
5 in a row.
Fields has just been not Fields.
Mac Jones.
Yeah. Jones has just been looking like the runaway rookie of the year right now. So I would say they're good, and Atlanta is just that bad, I guess.
I would say Atlanta is that bad, and the Patriots defense is that good. Even though Mac Jones has the best record with all rookie quarterbacks combined right now, but still,
there's like a 10 to 1 odds that the score was going to be 28-3.
That's interesting, Chris.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Falcons is a mess and always been a mess. So, but I'm a Panthers fan, so I know what a mess looks like when I see one, or when or when I step in one. So,
yeah. So there's people here saying that, and I forget who it was. One of the guys was saying that the Saints are actually going to win the NFC South, and the Panthers have a shot at winning the NFC South because the Buccaneers are going to lose the next 7 games.
Oh.
Who said that?
Who's drinking the Jack?
Yeah, right. I don't know. It was. I was
goodness. That was horrible.
flipping
Or the
through
Jim
Champ.
Beam? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Cam Newton's not the savior for the Panthers.
God no.
but he's back.
Oh, no. Yeah, that frustrated me when I first saw that. I'm back. Ah!
And now he's starting.
I mean, yeah, but congratulations on running in a 3-yard touchdown and throwing a 4-yard touchdown. Like,
I was gonna say, doesn't he got like a half of his touchdowns from last year already?
right?
One game. I mean,
See, he's like that.
So-
Tebow. That's all he does is just run.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers are a mess. I think I sent this to Sarge too earlier in the week. It said that the Panthers are now paying Cam
I
Newton's
saw this.
backup,
Yeah.
the
Replacement.
backup to Cam Newton backup replacement, and Cam Newton is now the replacement to the replacement for Cam Newton himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I picked a great sport teams. Like they never won a championship, so go me.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Because then you got the Mariners, and we don't need to talk about them. So let's talk about the WNBA for a minute, should we, guys? The big announcement. Chris, why don't you tell us this one?
So from what I heard, the first round is going to be a best of 3, 2 games. Higher seed gets the first 2 games at home. And then it's going to be the regular format after that. Top 8 teams, regardless of conference, make the playoffs.
So yeah, but the
there's
biggest
no bye
news,
weeks. There's no buys either.
right? The biggest news in all of that, Chris, Chris was trying to convey there, is that every round is now going to be best of 3. There's no more lose and go home in the WNBA. So they're modeling it a little more like the
after
NBA.
Minnesota gets screwed by that.
Yeah. So they're going to make it a little more like the NBA. It's going to be a best of 3 series for the first 2 rounds, and then the last 2 rounds are going to be best of 5. So WNBA trying to get more games in and get more exposure. So hats off to them. I hope that they can pull that off.
So, Chris, you said the top seed gets the first 2 games at home?
Yes. Or at least the top seed, like the higher seed.
Yeah. I figured they would have given the lower seed the first game at home, so they at least had 1 home game, and then play the other 2 at top seeded place. But whatever.
Yeah, but if you, I mean, I get what you're saying, Big B. But for me, like, if you don't finish, if you finish in 8th place, why should you get a home playoff game?
No, and I get that too. I mean, so you pretty much have to win 1 on the road to get a home playoff game.
Exactly.
So, I guess we'll see how it plays out. I mean, nothing's in concrete. It could change after 1 year. So
it can always change. So, you guys think that in the MLB we're going to see a work stoppage? What do you guys think?
I think so.
Do you see who the GM is?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, there's gonna be a work stoppage. I mean, that's all I can say about that.
I really hope not, but just knowing how people can hold grudges nowadays, and the owners wanted the 60 games, but the players wanted the 100 games last year, and Manfred said they weren't going to play anything more than 60 games, and I hope there's not, but if there is, it's going to be an ugly fight until who knows when.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a Rob Manfred fan. I think he's the worst GM in Major League history. That's speaking from an Atlanta Braves fan when he took the All-Star game away from us. But then
I totally agree with that.
But then had to hand us the World Series trophy, and that was the greatest FU in the history of Major League Baseball.
They should have go to his knees and handed it off.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad they still did the whole Hank Aaron tribute, but it just didn't feel right that it wasn't in Atlanta to do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Christy Wilson says, I hate Rob Manfred, but I hate Roger Goodell even more. I don't think I can hate anyone more than Rob Manfred. Now, I don't think that Roger Goodell is anyone to like. I don't think he's that great of a guy. And certainly some of the rules he's made as commissioner have not sat well with fans. Especially that taunting rule. I hate that freaking taunting rule this year. The interpretation of the refs.
I'm staring at Big B, so I'm taunting him right now.
Yeah.
Well, whatever happened? Speaking of that, whatever happened to the ref that bumped into the Bears guy and had him got him penalized? Do we know?
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
already-
I don't know.
happened,
I
But-
don't know, but
but
mess
what I
around
heard-
it.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, I heard the ref he never flew a flag like that before with his divorce 10 years ago. So that's what I heard.
Wow. Well, mess around's here. He could tell us if he's heard any more about that. Mess around. Have you heard anything more about the that ref that basically checked
Checked
the
the bear?
Bears player?
No, the only thing I heard about him was that the NFL admitted that they missed several calls, and he's possibly going to be downgraded to no playoff games when the playoffs start.
Oh, so you got an apology letter and nothing happened. Okay.
Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
but a letter.
No,
was only sent to a
That's
few
one thing,
teams.
and I think only the NFL does this, because this is what I always hear is after a game they'll be like, "Oh, we'll send an apology letter that the refs made a mistake." And well, what's the point of the apology letter? Nothing's going to change. Nothing. The game's over with. I mean,
Yeah, it still doesn't come of the game.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's that participation trophy thing. I mean, at least you could say we participated and we should have won if it wasn't for the ref. Anyway, last thing real quick on the NFL, and I'm glad Mess Around's here for this. Mess Around, give us your take real quick. You got 30 seconds. Give us your take on Khalil Mack being done for the season with season-ending surgery.
It's a huge blow to that defense. He big part of the pass rush for the Bears. So I know they signed Bruce Irvin, but he's Khalil Mack. And who knows, he might have put his last son as a Bear. They might shed salary and trade him in the offseason.
That was
All right.
The last good player that the Bears traded was Greg Olson to the Panthers. So thank you, Mess Around. I appreciate it.
I was pissed off about that day, and I'm still mad about it now.
That was like the last good player the Bears had too.
Wow.
Says Mike Ditka.
Yeah. Anyway, switching gears a little bit. Let's go into, we didn't hit a lot on this. So we're putting a new website up for Coast to Coast at coasttocoastentertainmentnetwork.com is our new website. It's got our shows on there, got a little bit about all of us, and you can find our bios on there. And one thing that that talks about on there with this show is that we are a sports talk radio show. Let's not forget that. However, we do like to throw the comedy in once in a while and give the comedic side and the lighter side of stuff, because we all know that this is our therapy. This is our therapy a couple times a week. So we got to always talk some things out with the bros, because where else can we? We all know that talking to our significant others does nothing but piss them off. It does not do any good for us. So,
Chris,
Why do you
taking
think I do
notes.
podcasts all the time?
I am.
I'm here. So you don't have to talk.
right.
I hope someone's not watching, but yeah.
Hi, Felicia.
So Sarge, she's not standing right behind you right now. I'll tell you that.
Well,
Yeah, but we know those women have an ear, so she's probably logging on right now to see what Sarge is saying.
probably. But so I got one really good story that I want to talk about, and so I don't know where I heard this. I wish I could give credit to the person I heard it from, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it goes something like, so my neighbor is 91 years old and he has Alzheimer's. And every morning he comes to my house and knocks on the door. And he asks where his wife is. Now, his wife died some years ago. And I could just stop answering the door. I could pretend like I'm deaf and don't hear anything. But the joy that I see on that man's face when I tell him his wife died, I just can't take that away from him.
Oh God. Oh wow. God.
Oh man. If you
The
laughed,
freedom.
if you laughed at that, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know the
No
song
kidding.
"Highway to Hell." That's pretty much our theme song.
Oh, I know, right? I know, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh gosh. Oh. Whew, all right.
I think the only one safe for laughing at that would be Chris.
Yeah, pretty much. Chris would be the safe one to laugh at that. So, you know how guys, you know how you're going somewhere. You got this plan. You're going somewhere, and like one time I remember I'm going to walk out the door. I got my golf clubs on my shoulder. Okay. And she's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm going to play tennis, Columbo."
Football.
How did that go? Well, so I was still in the living room an hour later, like, what's wrong? Just tell me what's wrong. I don't understand. What did I say? If you tell me right now, I can still make the back nine. Please just let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
well, the great thing about that is, like, if you're on the couch, like if you're sitting on the couch overnight, it's like camping. You'll be like camping. So, win-win.
Yeah.
On the couch.
Yeah. You know, because now I've learned though. Now it's completely different. I get my golf clubs, put them on my shoulder, go to the front door. She's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm just practicing putting these in the car. I'm gonna go put them in the car, and then I'm gonna come back and mow the yard real quick. It's okay. I'm just practicing."
I'm just practicing.
And isn't it different, guys, when men go out versus when women go out? Like, we say we're going out with the guys, not so much since COVID started, but go with me on the adventure. We say we're going out, like, mess around. I'm going out with mess around tonight, and it'd be, well, where are you guys going? Who are you going with? Who's going to be there? What time are you going to be home?
Help.
Okay, you get the third degree. Now they go out with the girls and they're like, "I'm going out." You're like, "All right, see you later." They're like, "But I don't know what time we'll be home." Nah, doesn't matter. I'm going to be sleeping anyway. So
Exactly. And they, like, when they ask you when you go out, it's like, "Where are you going?" It's like, "Oh, we don't know yet. We're going to just figure out once we all get together who's going to be there." I don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
right.
Too many
Exactly.
questions.
Well, why don't you know? Well, because I don't know who confirmed it. I got a phone call and said, "Hey, we're having to get together at my place."
Right.
Yeah.
So she grabs your phone, is like, "Hey, the cake's ready." Then it's game over.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is playing the game of, where do you want to eat? What do you want to eat?
Oh God!
yeah.
Because you know what?
That.
Because you know the game you're about to play is not what you really want, because it's, I don't care, what do you want? No, you're just playing this game of actually trying to figure it out where it is she wants to go, but you have to play the game first, because she can't just say it. So you have to guess through all the places she doesn't want to go. Mess around, tell me if I'm wrong, but you know what I'm talking about.
We all do.
True story.
But I have the answer, guys. Just take them to Golden Corral or a buffet. Then they have everything, variety of everything, and you'll be fine. And maybe get a little food poisoning, but hey.
What do you want? Taco? You want pizza? You want Chinese? Nope. What do you want to go?
Right.
Where do you want to go?
I don't care.
Pizza? Nope.
I don't care. Wherever you want to go. Okay,
Yeah.
Vlad. It really
Yeah.
isn't where I want to go, because I just named 5 fucking places and you don't want to go to any of those. So where do you
Well,
want
do you want
to
a
go?
burger? No, I don't feel like a burger. But if that's where you want to go, you go ahead. Well, no, I want you to eat somewhere. You feel like chicken? Well, no, I'd rather have, Chinese or, well, what Chinese place do you want? Well, I don't care. I mean, we don't have to have Chinese. I mean, it's everywhere, wherever you want to go. It's just like,
Or or they'll say pick, and it's like you pick, and it's like no, I don't want to go there.
Yes.
Yeah, I experienced that one, and yeah, I got a double whammy, and I said it.
And I gotta call BS on Adam and Amy, who's ever doing it, because we know that it's not an agreement. We all know that. So whoever posted that comment, it's BS.
You know what I think would help a lot of men. You know what we should do? We should
Take them to Hooters.
No, we should get one of those CNC toys like you get when you're a kid, and you just put all the restaurants on it, and you pull the handle down, and it goes around and lands on one. You're like, that's where we're going.
Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah,
There you go.
but
Am
you
I
know,
gonna get lucky today? Maybe later. Okay, I'll take it.
right. Yeah. You know, switching over for a minute though, Joe brings up a good point. I can't sit here and bash women. I gotta play the other side a little bit, guys. You know that we drive them crazy on purpose, though. Like they don't know that. Like our favorite thing to do is drive one person crazy for the rest of their life. That is our whole goal in life.
Hey, that's our second job.
Yeah, you gotta see how far you can go. Push that button until you piss them off.
Exactly. Mess around. I know mess around gets it. I know. And I got to ask you guys a question. Do you guys have something called the sweet spot with your clothes? So let me explain. Let me explain. It's not the hamper and it's not your dresser because they're not dirty, but they're not clean. But you only wore them to go to bed. So they're not dirty, so you can't put them in the hamper, but they're not clean, so you can't put them in your dresser. So you got that spot right in front of the basket that you're going to wear them again tomorrow when you get home from work.
Well,
Edge of the bed.
My sweet spot's my side of the bed. On my side of the bed on the floor.
I mean, every guy's got that spot, and you know it drives them insane because they don't understand. They don't get it. They're like, "Well, if you wore them and you're not, and then put them in the hamper, right? But they're not dirty. I'm going to wear them again tomorrow." Well, then if they're clean, put them in the dresser. But they're not clean, so I can't put them in the dresser.
Do you know what's even better with that? What you're saying is like smelling them. Like you smell them. They're like, "Yep, it's still good for another day." Knowing that, like then you get washed.
You're worse than the kids.
Oh yes, I know. You're worse than the kids. Oh. And you know what's funny, because I think we've all been in our relationships for a little bit of time where we can all kind of agree on this one. You know, like that first little bit of time that you're together, you might have dirty underwear, so you just kind of throw them away because you don't want her to see them. But after a couple of years, you're trying to get them as dirty as possible just to see what she'll say. What in the hell are you doing?
You've been with your significant other as long as I have. You just stop caring. Like I've been with her 16, almost 17 years. I don't give a fuck.
So here's a question, guys. Why do guys have to dress to impress their girls when they're going out, even if it's just out to shopping or whatever? But yet the girls, when they don't feel like it, they don't have to dress all nice. They can wear sweatpants or t-shirt and go out. But yet the guys always have to dress up or get dressed.
So
I was just saying.
Can I debunk that one?
Well, no. Here's what I was going to say. I have the answer to that question for you, Big B. Do you want the answer to that question?
Go ahead. Yeah, give it to me.
The answer to that question is boobs.
Yes, always boobs. Boobs. Yes.
Me and my lady argue all the time. Even if we're just going down to a couple blocks to the grocery store, I'll throw on some sweatpants, t-shirt. She's like, "Why are you wearing that?" I'm like, "Because I'm going." God, you look like a slob. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to go down to the store, grab a couple groceries, come back.
Oh man.
Well, God, you just look like a slob. I'm just like, whatever.
Just when you're going to Walmart, you'll be fine.
Yeah. No, you gotta, have
the exact opposite for me. My girlfriend dresses up to go to the store. I'm in sweats and a sweater. I don't care. She gets dolled up to go everywhere when we go somewhere. I'm like, why?
I'm not talking about getting dolled up, but.
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. But I'll say this. So I actually have this actually happened to me, not going to the store. But there was one night I had to stay late at work because we needed to wax the floors at the store. Okay, so I brought extra clothes so I could change out of my work clothes and change into these old shorts that I had and an old shirt that had some paint on it. Well, I didn't change back before I went home. So I get home, but no. She knew I had to stay. It was totally legit. It wasn't
know where
nothing
you're
like
going
that.
with this one.
But I get home and she's like, "That's what you wore to wax the floors?" Yeah. She's like, "What did they say?" And I'm like, "What did they say? It was 6 guys. Nobody gave a shit." Nobody.
Sweet.
Oh, I know. No, but no one was like, "Damn, dude, those shorts don't match that shirt." Like nobody cares.
Exactly.
That hat you're wearing really brings out the color in your eyes, bro. Just saying.
Yeah. Let's. It's one of those things. It's like really, I don't need to match everywhere I go, and
Exactly. I want to be comfortable.
And I'm the kind of guy that my socks don't ever show because my pants go straight to my shoes and I don't wear long socks anyway. So I'll wear mismatched socks all the time. And the one I always get from that is, why would you wear 2 different socks? Because they were clean. That's always my answer, because they were clean.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that honestly, that bugs me a little bit. What having people wear 2 mismatched socks? I
I
don't
do it
know.
all the time. I'm wearing 2 different colored socks right now.
You're probably wearing 2 pairs of different underwear right now too.
No, that's only in Trenton, New Jersey.
Hey,
Trust
I'm
me.
telling you, guys.
Oh,
Don't secrets, Brandon. Shut up.
Adam does something. I don't want to know. Let's not elaborate on that. I don't need to know what Adam does.
The only
No
thing that popped
kidding.
in my head was a secret. There's a secret song. I forget who sang it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that popped in my head when I saw that comment.
Hey, so
Adam,
hey,
Adam probably doesn't go around dance like Vanilla Ice or something. I mean,
Ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
ding, 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 ding.
or
Ding,
plays a
ding, ding,
Goldberg
ding,
song
ding.
as he comes out of the bathroom.
Right, plays the Goldberg song. I like that. I like that.
I do that when I take a poop. So, but
Oh, same thing I meant. Got it.
uh,
Okay, so before we go to rapid fire, I got one more thing, guys, and I just want to say this because we're bros and it's a safe space here, and we could talk about this. So we're sitting at the table the other night, and at the house, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong on this. By the way, we're sitting at the table the other night, and my son happened to be there. Now my son's 18, he's autistic, whatever. He's living with me now, and my significant other, Jennifer, she's talking to him and she's like, it's okay if you're going to explore yourself. You just need to please make sure that you do it in the bathroom or in your bedroom. And one day you will outgrow it. You won't do it for the rest of your life. And I give her this look like, don't lie to the kid. And she's like,
Don't lie to the kid.
She's like, wait, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, if someone would have just told me the truth and tell me that I'm still going to be exploring myself in my 30s, I would have appreciated that. Okay. Versus telling me that I'm going to outgrow it. Because I remember my entire talk about the whole thing was 9 out of 10 guys do it and the 10th guy lies about it. That is what I was told.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a joke. You ever been caught jacking off? No.
we call it exercising. That's what I call it.
Mom, Dad's at the bathroom exercising again.
I just wanted to see how far it would grow.
Uh,
Oh, all right. Let's go rapid fire style.
There you go.
So let's go a little different tonight. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna ask everybody 2 questions, and then you guys all get to ask me one. So throw it back on me tonight. Randy Cox said you guys crack me up. Yep. Well, if you were part of the show, we would be making fun of you while you were here, but you're not. So
Let's go Sharks.
Yeah, we know what Randy
Anaheim,
would say.
Anaheim, Anaheim, Anaheim.
Jerry Rice, best
Jerry
quarterback
Rice
ever
back
for
to
Niners.
pass. Jerry Rice back to pass. Yeah, he hits Joe Montana for a touchdown.
Do you know the fun? But going back and watching that, the funniest part of that entire video, though, is doing the Family Feud style. And before he even says the answer, he's like, "I know this is wrong, but."
And he still says it.
That is honestly the greatest part of the whole thing because he's like, I know I'm wrong. Instead of just passing, which he should have did,
Right?
he goes up and lays up that softball one for all of us to.
Oh man, that's great. Okay, let's go rapid
One
fire.
you're never gonna forget.
And never gonna forget that. Never gonna forget that. All right, rapid
Never
fire style. I'm gonna start with mess around tonight.
All right.
Oh, we're lucky Randy can't get on here right now. Ooh,
Oh, we're scared.
We're so scared. We're shaking.
Please come on here, Randy. Please.
Do it. Send him an invite. Send him a link.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna start with mess around on rapid fire. Mess around. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. If you could get one day without any responsibility, which means no job, no wife, no kids,
all pass.
what would you do with that day?
You know what I do? I'd sleep like I do every day.
Honestly, I gotta say, I never mess around, but talking to him, I would probably guess that would be true.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. Let's see, mess around. So, Copenhagen or Skull?
Copenhagen.
I knew that answer too.
Yeah.
All right, next we go to Chris P. Bacon. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. So if you had the choice, would you skydive naked or run down the street in Dallas freezing in a Speedo?
Carrying bacon.
I
I thought
made one of those.
Cook bacon naked or skydive naked.
Don't cook bacon naked.
I'd probably do the Speedo.
Speedo. All right.
Yeah.
And your second one would be if it was life or death. So this is the situation. You're gonna die if you don't root for one of these teams. Would you root for the Eagles, the Giants, or the Washington football team playing against the Cowboys?
Giants.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't think. I knew he wasn't going to pick the Eagles. Because a funny story about that is I forget what Eagle it was, but he said he was drafted. He was drafted in the second round. It was 2011. He's walking into his first practice ever with the Eagles, and these fans outside are, "Listen, buddy, you better beat the Cowboys, or we're gonna beat your ass." Like that.
Oh, they're ruthless.
Yeah.
That was it.
They are
That was
ruthless.
it. All right, Sarge, are you ready?
I am ready. Lock and loaded.
Locked and loaded.
More
Speaking of
like
locked and loaded.
Yeah.
If you had to pick between an entire day doing anything your wife wanted you to do or spending all of eternity with your mother-in-law, which one are you picking?
Oh my God, that's tough.
What was the first one?
An entire day doing everything your wife wants.
That's every day for me.
Yeah,
B. I go
he's
B.
going too.
All right.
Yeah.
Big B, are you ready? Oh, did I ask
Does
you one,
Sarge get
Sarge?
this? Yeah.
Nope, Sarge
I
gets
need
second.
one more.
Okay. All right. So, Sarge, what would be more fun? To time travel into the future and tell everyone about things that are going to happen from the past, or to spend all of eternity in hell?
I mean, I really don't like heat, so I'll see what's going to happen with the future.
See what happens with the future. Okay. Big B,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Always.
Okay. If you had the choice, and your choices were, you could spend an entire weekend on a deserted island with one supermodel, past or present, who would it be?
A supermodel, huh? Man, that. Huh. God, what supermodel would I pick? If it was a regular celebrity, I know who I would pick, but supermodels are a little bit. I honestly give me who's ever on the cover of the swimsuit issue for Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
Cindy Crawford.
Oh, Isaiah's on.
Oh boy. Okay. Last question for Big B is two choices. You got to pick one. Would you rather have your wife talk to you for 24 hours straight, or cut off your man parts for the rest of your life?
Jeez. Man.
That's not a fair question.
Well, let me see. It's not getting used as much as it could be, so I mean.
Neuter that man.
Oh,
funny.
but I want it to be used, so I guess I would have to let my wife talk to me for 24 hours straight.
Oh God. All right. Start around the room with mess around. You all get one question to me. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
All right, let's see. I can't think of a question right now. Somebody else.
Chris, we'll start with you.
What is the grossest thing you've eaten, like food wise?
Well, that could lead to a whole nother topic.
Just say peaches.
The grossest thing I've ever eaten food wise. I hate olives. I'd have to say an olive, man. It's so
Really?
bad.
Oh.
I can't even stand the smell of an olive. Yeah.
Like
Both.
both green and black?
Both green and black. Yeah.
Man, you're just an
Okay.
olive eater.
I got one for you now.
Okay.
If you could live in any era, what era would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would want to live in the medieval times because I could accidentally behead somebody and say it was part of a competition. All right, who's next?
All right, I got you. What was your most embarrassing fart?
Oh man.
Talk about dirty drawers. Jeez.
No doubt.
or bathroom.
I will say that the most embarrassing part of my life, I was going to a job interview at a radio station back in Coos Bay about 10 years ago. And it was in the hall building, so I had to go up to the 5th floor. So I'm on this elevator, and I have headphones in listening to music. And I know I got to let one go. So when the music gets really loud, like I let it go. And there was 2 other people in the elevator, and it wasn't silent.
Oh,
So there was no was that you question, because there was no doubt. Big B.
all right. So if you had to go back to your younger self, teenage, freshman year in high school, and you told me you had 2 plans. One, this is how you're going to live your life the way it's living now, or give them a whole different direction to go. What would your younger self take, you think?
Well, in freshman year of high school, I was already getting some, and I will tell you that at 15 that's all that matters. So I would end up exactly where I'm at now because, well, I was young and stupid and thinking with the wrong head, and I would probably continue to do that. So that's my answer.
All right.
But 2 heads are better
Okay.
than one.
That's right. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah. All right. We're over time, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Crispy bacon, 30 seconds, and go.
Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. We like when you comment. We're changing things up, and I mean not too much. We're updated the website and updated our logo and moving things around, but stay with Coast to Coast.
Sarge.
So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the morning shot at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Also, I'm no desire to root for the Eagles any longer because an Eagle stole my duck last Sunday. So
All right. And sorry, Big B.
Thanks for everybody joining. I love being on this show. Like Chris said, just keep checking us out. Tuesdays, we're going to be running a rotation of shows at the 7:30 hour to take over On Deck. So keep your eyes on that, and just keep checking out Coast to Coast.
All right, mess around, go.
Well, I seen Joanne made a comment about how she wanted to come on here, and we'd more than welcome that anytime you want to come on and join us, Joanne. So, yeah, there's that. And if you're offended by anything that goes on in the show, just remember it's called Dark 30 for a reason. It gets a little dirty.
Yes, we go on Dark 30 because it's a little dirty. And speaking of dark, Dragon Viper's on here, and you can't see him well because Dragon Viper is a moniker and not a real person.
well, is he in his closet?
He's got the kid in the closet, I think.
I'm in my car.
Okay, I don't need to know what you're doing in your car. Please don't elaborate on that.
I'm actually, I'm in front of work.
Okay, that's cool, but don't want to know what.
Oh, God.
That's awesome. Curious though, I got one question before we go, Dragon Viper. I got a rapid fire question for you, and here's your rapid fire question before we leave. My question is: in an intimate moment, who pulls whose hair, you or the woman?
Oh. It would actually be both if I have to answer.
My question for you, Dragon Viper. You don't want to Jerry Rice the quarterback or Jerry Rice the receiver?
Oh.
Wait, is it? Wasn't he the quarterback for the for the Anaheim Sharks?
Yeah. I think so.
I go on here so you guys can get it out, okay?
See, we could get it out. Are you telling us to get it out? What?
That's what she said.
No.
Are you
That
with
would've-
Riddle again?
Not that.
I bet
That
he
would've-
regrets coming on here now.
Yeah, that would insinuate that you wanted us to put it in first to be able to pull it out. So
Oh, God, guys. Why did you jump on here
I
again?
think he's doing the show right here.
I don't know, but that's what she said. I'm sure that you've heard that before in your life, Randy. When you've ended up taking someone home, and she's like, "Why did I jump on here again?" Anyway,
As he's playing him.
$20 is $20. I mean,
Say my name. Say my name.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it where the man's wearing the paper bag before, but
She's like,
Oh, my God.
all right. With that said, J Mac the Bearded One for Dragon Viper, Crispy Bacon, Mess Around Dave, Sarge, and Double Dirty Big B. We are gonna bid you adieu. Good night. We will see you all on the other side.